Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryland Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Inks 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today, we are looking at a grayish-blue ink. This one is from the Birmingham Pen Company. Pen Company, Allegheny River. Thanks go out to Gary and Kathy Scott for providing the sample for this review. Today's pen we will be using the Kaigaloo 356 with a Ovo medium nib. Here's our ink swatch of the day. Oh, but first, before we start, let's share this with our friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. Share, copy the embedded code, copy, share to the Reddit, and the blogger, and the, oh no, the LinkedIn. It doesn't like LinkedIn for some reason. Oh no, LinkedIn must be down right now. Well, that's terrible. And the Twitter and the Facebook. And then we're going to paste that code into the Tumblr and save to the 30 Inks 30 Days, Reddit. The 30 Inks 30 Days, Pinterest. Alright, so now that we're shared out to all of our friends, let's take a look at today's ink. This is today's ink. Looks really nice. It's a nice grayish blue ink. Slight amount of shading, a little bit of color variation. Here is our ink swatch and water resistance test shows that I might not want to use this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. Here is our ink painting of the day. Looks very nice, very nice. And here is our toilet paper chromatography. I see like a pink undertone, but I really don't see that very much in the writing. So, grain of salt. There's a little bit of green and then this teal color. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's do a paper review. Today we are starting early because I have to go have blood work done. And I'm starving, so I hate having blood work. I always end up so hungry. By the time I'm there, I'm ravenous. Alright. This is the Pen and Gear Memo book from Walmart.com. There is no feathering, no bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. This is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Nice shading, no feathering, normal amount of ghosting. This is Moleskine 70 GSM. It is nice shading, but it is spreading into the page, and it did bleed through the page. This is Field Notes Journal. A little bit of shading, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, heavy ghosting. This is Fabriano Eco Quad 85 GSM. Don't notice my fat finger swipe. There's no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Ayush 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. There's no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. 52 GSM Tomaway River. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. The Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. Don't notice my fat finger swipe. There is no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting, but a little tiny bit of ghosting. A little tiny bit of ghosting. This is Manda B, 80 GSM dot grid. There's nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford notebook, Oxford optic paper. It is trying to. Why am I looking so hard? There we go. That's better. Sorry about that. It is seeping into the page, and it did bleed through the page. Too bad. Clairefontaine, 90 GSM. No feathering. Little bits of heavy ghosting. Lamy booklet, 90 GSM. Nice shading. No feathering. Little bit of bleeding. Little bit of ghosting. Exceed, 100 GSM. Heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. It is trying to spread into the page, and it did bleed and ghost through the page. Up and Up Wide Roll composition book from Target.com. Nice shading, no feathering. Little tiny bits of bleed through and a little bit of ghosting. True Red composition book, Staples.com. Little bit of shading, little bit of feathering. Little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. This is the Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tumaway River. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Rhodium Dot Pad, 80 GSM. Nice shading, tiniest bit of feather, but no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is Artist Loft, 100 GSM paper. A little feathery, a little bleedy, a little ghosty. Buffet handmade paper from Italy. A little feathery, but no bleeding, no ghosting. U-style notebook paper. A little bit of seepage. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Mead wide rolled notebook paper. Nice shading. It is feathering into the page, and it did bleed through the page. 5-star notebook paper. Little bit of feathering, little bit of shading, little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. Sheffield Home Paper Goods. Little bit of shading, little bit of spread, little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. Speckled notebook paper. A little bit of spread, but no bleeding, no ghosting. HB Premium 32-pound copy paper. Nice shading, barely any feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Oops. Tiny bit of bleed through right there, but other than that, there's no bleed through. Akabe cross-section pad. A little bit of shading. A little bit of spread. But no bleeding, no ghosting. JNB copper plate graph pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Does look like it's trying to seep into the page. A little bit of shading, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Okay, let's do a comparison panel. I think this is going to be a... I think I'll try with some grayish blue inks and see if I can find something that's maybe in the gray family. Oh dear. Things are falling. Okay, here we go. This is Birmingham Pen Company, Allegheny River, next to Pannonia, Danubius Danube, Wearing Gall the Mind, Colorverse Cotton Blue, Sailor Mano Nadeshiko, Tasha Hokusai Fakakanada, Colorverse Rainy Day, Kyoto Otohazoku, Jayaba Vert Degree, Colorverse Butterfly Nebula, Diatramentus Black Blue, Birmingham Pen Company Molten Tin, Birmingham Impression Blue, Alexa Stop, Lamy Crystal Benatite, Diatramentus Fog Gray, 54th Mass, Thunderstorm, Pigmented Dark Blue, Oliphant, Dark Washed, Blue Black, Haha, Blue Black, Blue Snowball Nebula Twinkle, Indigo Bunting Blue, Royal Blue, One More Sleep, Real Dark Blue, and Ferdinand von Zeppelin. I do want to look at some gray inks just to check off all the boxes. Colorverse Alpha, and this is the closest one. Diamond Earl Grey, Yukio Anezu, Jazz Hands Grey, Lexington Grey, Ash, Pencil Australia Opal Grey, Armada, Cool Grey, Dark Grey, Cool Moon, Shoebill Stork Grey, Tempest, Twilight, Under the Shade, Velvet Storm, Oliphant, Vertigris, Black, Fuyu Shogun, Sterling Silver, Ghost, Moon River, Kirisame, 270, and 346. Well, what did you guys think of today's ink? Are you guys looking for a grayish ink? A grayish bluish ink? Let me know in the comment section below. That is all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.